Okay, guys, it says I'm live. Sorry about the delay tonight. I had to do one last night with Santa, helping Santa, and he's headed back to the North Pole. Let me see if I can get this here going. I've got a special guest tonight that I will be adding to the screen here shortly. I'm going to do our uh, sponsors here while I go ahead and invite him and get him in backstage. If I can remember how to do this again. Let's see. I may end up leaving for just a second. I will be right back. There we go. I got Nick in the background here. Let me go ahead and get the sponsors done, and then we'll bring him on, and he's going to be talking about the SOBA tournament they put on down at Lake Norman. Fish sticks rods, hook and donkeys. Got a good trivia question tonight for hook and donkeys baits. Ace Hardware, Hobbs Roofing, Pizza Stop, Southern Ohio Sanitation, Williams and Son Construction, and Raccoon Creek Outfitters. I'll have Dustin on next week from Raccoon Creek Outfitters. So, yeah, I do, Rusty. I need to hire you for my tech. That'd be interesting. Okay, with no more to go, we'll go ahead and bring Nick on. Hey, Nick.
Hey, Tony. How you guys doing?
All right. Now, what part of North Carolina are you?
Siler City. So it's about I'm 45 minutes west of Raleigh.
Of Raleigh. Okay.
Yep.
So, how far of a drive is it to Norman?
Hour and 45 minutes, 2 hours.
Oh,
depending on traffic.
I thought you was a lot closer than that.
Nope. No,
Okay,
I'm about
guys.
the middle of the state.
Middle of the state. Yeah. And on with it.
So you cut out on me. What was that?
Give a rundown on how you guys got the tournament, what brought it along to get it started, and then
Yeah.
what or lowdown of how it's going.
Okay. Well, it was originally started by Mark McCowan. He is passed away in 2015, 2016, I believe it was. But he actually started our group, and it was to help out the families of our fallen soldiers. We got a lot of different organizations that go out there and they help veterans and wounded warriors, and those are great organizations. But sometimes the family members of those lost soldiers are forgotten about, and we just want to bring awareness to those families and let them know that they're not forgotten, and their loved ones not forgotten. So that's kind of where that started from. We decided to have our tournament at Lake Norman, I guess 6-7 years ago now, and it's grown ever since. This year, as Tony, you've been there every year, and we very thankful for that. But we had 87 boats total that pre-registered. Now we did have some that couldn't make it this year, so I think we had 82 or 83 that actually fished, which is the most that we've ever had. So I mean, it was a great turnout. The weather was great this year. Some years it's been frigid.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's been going good. Very thankful for all of our partners that we have. You know, one that we're both familiar with, and anybody that follows the Grub Cast knows is Dale and Wendy with Fish Stick Custom Rods. They've supported us since day one. They always supply the rods, custom rods that they make, and they're not cheap ones. They go all out and do their part. And we've had people like Luz that have donated rods and reels. We had a couple really nice knives donated this year. Lowrance always donates Humminbird, Power Pole, Bob's Machine Shop. Um, Biz Baits, which is local down there. They've always donated some stuff. Cash and Rods came along with us last year, and started donating last year and this year, and we'll continue that partnership as well. So, there's just a lot of different ones. I can't name them all because I know I'll forget some, but we got people that come all from all over the nation to fish this. Obviously you're in Ohio, you come down, we got people from Pennsylvania, Florida, Texas, Shaw Grisby Jr. Is a great supporter of ours. He comes up every year, no matter what. So that's always good. We've had Brent Ayler in the past. Other pros, you got Matt McBee and, KJ Queen came out again this year. And, we keep growing and keep bringing awareness. And it's not for us, it's for the family members of our lost soldiers. So we're happy to do it, and we can just keep getting bigger and bigger. It'll be great.
Yeah, I was really amazed this year because I think last year we had 60. I think
Oh
right
yeah,
around
we
60
had 62 last year that fished it. So
last year.
we grew by over 20 boats, which is great. And we always have the tournament on a Friday. Just for the simple reason that if other tournament trails got their stuff going on at Lake Norman on Saturday and Sunday, people can still come out and fish ours and Friday, and we're not intervening with that. I mean, Tony, if Lake Norman, they have 3 to 5 tournaments, every week. It's crazy how many night tournaments, and then it seems like there's a tournament out there every weekend. But it's a big lake, and there's lots of fish to be caught.
Yeah, it does not fish small at all.
No.
There's, and we fished from the river to the dam in that tournament, and I don't think I seen 2 or 3 boats the whole time.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
it
Yeah.
probably was
The
obvious that.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was
It
just gonna
was
say,
probably
yeah.
obvious that.
The
Yeah,
there's a lot of creek channels and stuff, and places where you can get tucked away and not have to worry about being on top of each other.
yeah, yeah. It was obvious we wasn't around them because we wasn't around the fish.
uh, well, they're out there. They're definitely out there. And it's coming from Ohio for you. That's quite a I would think a big change. For one, I don't think you guys have any spots up there by you, and yeah, they fight like a smallmouth, we'll say. They you hook one up, and it could be a pound and a half, or anything. It's a 3-pounder. So, but yeah, I mean it's a lot of fun. It's nice and clear. I wish there was more vegetation there, um, and laydowns, but if you like skipping docks, there's plenty of docks out there.
Definitely. And they always draw the water down about that time of year too. So that
Yeah,
makes it
yeah, that.
interesting.
Yep, and it all depends on how much rain we get throughout the summer. So this summer we didn't get a whole lot. We had a couple months where they considered it a drought. So uh, at least the weather was good for you. It wasn't freezing cold.
Yeah. But I think last year the water was lower than this year, though.
Um, I'm not sure. It might have been. It might have been.
Because I went down to, I can't never think of the park down by the dam, and they had it completely closed last year, and they had 2 ramps open this year at that park.
Okay.
Uh, I won't always want to say, I think it's called Bithful, but it ain't Bithful. It's
Blythe.
Blythe. Yeah,
Yep.
Blythe ramp
Yep.
was closed last year. This year they had 3 ramps open in it this year.
Okay. Yep. So next year we'll be we won't be going out of Queen's Landing. We'll be going. It'll be right down the road from Queen's Landing on the right. It's not even, I don't know, 1,000 yards on the right. So it's bigger parking area spaces and stuff like that. Because as you've seen this year, obviously we weren't expecting the amount of people that show up that we did. Very grateful that we did, but we ran out of parking spots. It was kind of tight getting in and out, and um, some people need to learn how to park with a trailer, and we'll just leave we'll just leave it at that.
That'll never happen.
No, 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 not at all.
So then it's the ramp on the right side of 150.
Yes, sir. Yep,
I put in
yep,
there
yeah,
before too.
we'll be going out of there. So, um, but yeah, this next year's. Let me look it up real quick, and I'll give you guys a date. Um, it'll be November 6th,
November
which is the
6th.
first Friday of the month. Um, so we try to get that out there, for the simple reason that uh, we realize the tournament is on a Friday, so it kind of gives people a little heads up on if um, they need to ask for that day off of work, or plan a vacation around it.
Yep.
But it's just we're excited about the direction that we're going in, and just to get the awareness out there a lot more. So we'll have a booth set up at the Classic with Waymar. They are one of the best partners that we have. They're so supportive. Eric and the guys there, they just uh, it's overwhelming how much support they give us. So we'll be with them, Waymar Distribution, at the Classic, and then which is in Knoxville this year. So if you
Mm-hmm.
guys anybody's around and are going there, swing in, say hi to us. And then I'll also be with Waymar for Red Crest with MLF, and that is over in at Table Rock this year or next year. So that'll be interesting. I've been over to Table Rock a couple of times. It's a great fishery, and I'll be excited to see what the guys with MLF can do over there.
I've got to fish. I stopped there and fished it for a day and a half one time on the way to South Dakota, which it wasn't on the way, but we went to Table Rock just to say we fished it.
Yeah, yeah. That's a big lake. That's a very
Mm-hmm.
big lake.
Yes, it is. We are going to be at the Classic. Our plans are to be at the Classic this year again. I've been at the last 2 at Knoxville and plan on going to this one again. So we will stop in and see you for sure.
Yeah, great.
Uh, and because I think it's, when is it? It's in March, isn't it? It's March.
Yes, it is March. It's the 13th through the 15th.
Okay.
Because the classic's always a 3-day instead of a 4-day. So,
Yep.
so that'd be the 13th through the 15th of March, and then Red Crest is um, the April. I think it's 16th through the 18th
16th through 18th.
on that one. But but you know, the classic, that is the you know, that's the mecca of bass fishing. And you know, there's thousands and thousands of people that go through there. And um, you know, it's great to be able to reach that many people over a 3-4 day outing.
And I like the setup at Knoxville. I've been, like I said, I've been to quite a few different Bassmaster Classics in my life,
Mhm.
and the setup at Knoxville is pretty good as
Yeah,
far as being able to go to places. And you know, the expo, and they got super transportation back and forth from the two
yeah,
different buildings, and it's a nice setup.
yeah, yeah. Now blast off, if you're gonna go there in the morning for blast off, um, you know, it's a little ways away, but it's not too bad.
Well, actually, you can park at the arena where they do the weigh in and walk down to the blast off down along the river, and
Okay,
then get
yeah,
up and then go back and get on a shuttle, and they'll shuttle you over to the expo,
yep,
and then shuttle you back to the weigh in. So your car sets right at the how we do it. We park right there at the parking garage of the uh, weigh in arena, and then just shuttle everywhere back and forth. And then when we're done, we get in the car and go back to the hotel.
okay, good,
So, so that makes it pretty nice and smooth for that.
yeah,
And I like you guys' November, the first Friday in November, because up here it's starting. You know, a lot of people's chasing deer up here. So
yeah,
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 and
yeah. And
your
we're still chasing our deer season down here is I think it's quite a bit longer than your guys's. So archery season starts September 10th, and then most of our um, others, and then it runs through January 1st. It ends. So we got quite a long season. So you know, for the most part, people are willing to take off a day of hunting to, you know, come out and support us.
now is that archery?
Yes, yeah. Archery starts early September, and then our state's divided up into sections after that. But most of it, um, archery is um, for the most part of the state through November 15th. November 15th starts rifle season. Um, Now there's one section that they start about 2 or 3 weeks earlier than that, but yeah, our season's long. So
Well, and like I said, the weather. I mean, it wasn't quite short weather to wear shorts, but it was close
yeah,
towards the end of the day. It was really close.
yeah, yeah. We've had some weather that's, you know, you had to wear your Carhartts, um, and
Yeah.
then, you know, others you can, you know, wear, you know, a pair of jeans and a long sleeve shirt. So North Carolina weather is crazy. We're gonna be we had a day last week where the high was like 36, and
Mm.
then this Saturday, um, coming up, it's going to be like 70. So it just fluctuates from day to day.
Believe me, I was looking just the other day. Now we're supposed to be in the 50s, high 50s here, but I was looking the other day and I thought, you know what? I could take off on Christmas Eve and come down and fish Norman Christmas Day and the day, that weekend, and then come back home. But it's
Yeah,
not going to line up. I've got work and stuff I got to do. Got a guy off, so I'm not going to be able to slip away. But I'll probably be back down there before winter's over.
yeah, yeah. I
'Cause,
mean,
I mean, you
it's great, and you know, the other good thing about Norman is it does have a hot hole. Um, so you know, it's usually, you know, it can be 8 to 10 degrees warmer um, in that area than the rest of the lake. But you know, with it being full of spots, they like the cold. You know, they're not shutting down, so you know, it'd be a good time to, you know, come down and even if you obviously you can do some fishing, but even just to kind of graph and check out some different coves, different pockets, and things of that nature. So uh, yeah, when you come down, let me know. If I can break away for a day or two, I'll throw some rods in the boat and we'll go fishing.
That'd be great. Because I also, not only Angela and John hooked me up, but I got another guy that's got a cousin that lives down there, and I thought very seriously of bringing my boat and leaving it for a month, and then just driving down, jumping in, and fishing for the weekend, and come back, because Norman is definitely a place to learn how to live scope.
Yeah.
It
Oh yeah.
definitely is.
Definitely. Yep.
Uh,
Yeah,
and
you can go out there any time of the year and and hit them with the scope. So and the good thing about down here is most people well, most people that I know, they don't have to winterize their boats.
mhm.
They're fishing all the time. So um it's and they'll start getting, you'll start seeing 20 20 to 25 pound sacks coming out of Norman, in the wintertime, and it can be all spots. So, everybody goes after the largemouth, but the spots are getting bigger. You can catch a 4 or 5 pound spot um, at Norman now. So, and they're fun. Like I said, they fight like a smallmouth, and they're just a lot of fun to catch.
Well, I got on a topwater bite, and I'd said that before, thanks to somebody, and it and I had my GoPro, and I still got to do some work, but I had my GoPro on the boat, and 3 out of the 4 fish I caught keepers was on the top water, and I got all
Mm,
3 of the blow ups videoed.
nice.
Uh, of the fish blowing up on the top water, and them
Yeah.
spots when they blow up on one, I mean they crush it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we've had it to where we'll be using it, and they hit it so hard that they knock it out of the water, and as soon as it hits back, there's another one right after it. So it's a lot of fun. It's a blast.
Well, I had one at practice, and I think I told you this. I may not have. In practice, knock it out of the water. I caught it, and as I'm reeling it in, a bigger fish knocks the bait out of that
Yeah,
fish's mouth and eats it. And I told John, I'm like, I lost it. No, I got a bigger one, and I caught a bigger one, and it literally knocked the bait out of its mouth, and
yeah,
I caught the bigger fish.
yeah. They're aggressive. I mean, they especially when they get in the wolf packs. Now it can be aggravating sometimes because Norman is a clear lake. Um, for the most part. It's very clear. Um, but you can be going down and you'll see a wolf pack of 6 or 7 of them that are, you know, 2.5 to 3.5 pounds. And if you're too close to them and try catching them, you're not getting them. You gotta back off. And um, I don't know if you heard, but the winners, which was Seth Ellis and his partner, he caught most of theirs on top water as well. And but his thing was he had to be way back away from him, to where he was throwing his bait, a country mile out there, just because they wouldn't bite if he was getting up close to him. You figure if you can see the fish can see you.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you realize, but Seth is a giant. He's he's like 6'6", 6'7", something like that. Really great fisherman. Fishes the MPFL. Really looking forward to watching him again um, this coming year. And you know, but he 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 did really well. I mean, you figure he had a little over 18 pounds. Beat out Matt McBee, aka Tater Hog. Um, beat him by I think a half a pound or 3/4 of a pound, something like that. So, it's just it's great when the weights are close. I don't know about you, but the big blowout wins, they're okay. Obviously the winner loves it, but as a spectator, and really as a fisherman myself, fishing tournaments, when them weights are tight and you can squeeze out that win, that it's just a little extra special.
Yeah. Yeah, it changed big time from the year before last to last year, because year before last we was I think we was in the top 20, and I think we had 11 pounds, 11 or 12 pounds the year before last, and this year I think we had 11 pounds and was almost dead last
Yeah,
with 11 pounds.
yeah. Well, that's the thing with them, with them spots, they can, you normally have some pretty tight weights. Um, you just got to have that big kicker fish, whether it's a spot or a
Hmm.
largemouth. And I know a lot of guys that they'll go up and they try to get those largemouth, just because normally they do, way more. But like I said earlier, them spots they're getting big. They are an invasive species in North Carolina. Um, our wildlife actually tells you to keep them. When you catch them, they don't want you to put them back in, just because they're taking over, um, the largemouth habitat, and things like that. So, we had Lake James, um, is what we would consider our smallmouth lake, in North Carolina, and they're really not true smallmouth anymore. They're mean mouse, because the spots
Hmm.
got in there about 6, 7 years ago, maybe 8 years ago now, and they breed with them and stuff like that. So but they're still fun to catch. There's big ones there. Luckily, we don't have any spots in the Piedmont area. Jordan Falls or Harris. Uh, but there's bigger ones on the east side of the coast too, at Lake Gaston. And my buddy Trey Thompson, he caught a 6 pound spot. Um, I think it was last year. So that's a that was his personal best, and it's going to be hard to beat that one, in North Carolina. But probably in a couple of years he'll do it again. He's a great fisherman as well. He'll be fishing the opens next year. So good luck, Trey, and make North Carolina proud.
So Jordan don't have spots in it.
No, sir. Nope. Nope.
I'm gonna slip
We
down
have
there and
stripers.
I'm gonna
Stripers
slip
in
down
there.
there and fish that in spring.
No. Yeah. Yeah. So, um, Harris used to be the where you would go and get your big bags, of largemouth, and you can still. They didn't go anywhere. They're still in the lake. But the problem is that lake, was not made for fishermen and for tournaments. It was full of hydrilla. It was full of grass and everything, and it was great. But uh, Harris Lake is, um, for our Duke power plant, to where if anything were to happen there, they were to use all that water to flush into the power plant to cool it down. So they took all the grass out. Um, they can say what they want. They say they didn't spray it. Well, somebody sprayed it and killed all of it. There's still some in there a little bit. Um, you just got to find it. But yeah, Jordan and Falls, are great fisheries, um, and it's strictly largemouth. So hopefully nobody puts any spots, in those lakes, because that's how they get in. People moving fish and everything, and they try to make it better, but we don't need it. We don't need any spots, in Jordan. Our wildlife officers actually in the state of North Carolina, went ahead and they stocked, F1s, in Norman. Um, I want to say Norman, Jordan, and I think Gaston. I could be wrong on that Gaston one, but I know they stocked them in Jordan, just to try to get how fast they grow in the different environments. Jordan has great, um, structure and grass and stuff like that. Where Norman is cleared and not really much grass, not a lot of laydowns, and there's some, but there's not a whole lot. Um, just the different ones. So, we do got some F1s, but yeah, Jordan is a great place to fish. And it's 30 minutes from my house. So,
Okay. Well, definitely put me down for next year. I definitely will be there for the next tournament.
yeah.
For next year, for sure. Uh, I don't plan on missing one. You know, I now there was talk that you guys might have another one, or are you guys still working on that? Or
Yeah, we're still working on that one. Uh, we got, I think, some scheduling conflicts going on right now. But we'd love to have one here at Jordan, like we were talking about. That's in the central part of the state. It would be in the springtime. Um, so, you're looking at probably April, um, end of April, beginning of May, somewhere in there. So, you could come down and really you could come down here at that time, and if they're on beds, you can catch personal best. I mean, they're just Jordan is a great place to fish. But yeah, as soon as we know more, uh, Mikey Nady was actually the one that's going to be kind of heading that part up. We've kind of wanted to do this for a couple years now, and just haven't seemed to really get a good feel for it on when to pull the plug on that and get it going. So as soon as I know anything, and we got some stuff set in stone, I'll reach back out to you and let you know. Says, I mean, that'll be another great one, and I could see that one having over 100 boats, just because location wise,
Mm.
there's not too many people. Obviously, we have people coming from all over the nation that come and fish the Norman tournament, but there's not a lot of guys, that will come from the east side of the state over to fish at Norman. So we figure if we throw it in the central part of the state, we can get everybody coming in. So it'll be good.
well, yeah, keep me in mind on that one. It'll be a little tougher on my schedule in that time of year, but you did say sight fishing. If that's involved, I probably will give up a tournament here to come there.
Yeah, yeah. That's what's good about here. You can uh, de- depending on where you're fishing in the state. We have a real small lake in North Carolina called Mayo, and it's crystal clear. I mean, crystal clear, and it's full of grass, and they actually spawn a whole lot earlier than what you would think they would. So we have anywhere from you know beginning of April um, till and sometimes even till through all of May. Sometimes we have 2 months of fish coming and spawning, and just depending on what part of the state you want to go to. So I mean, it's great. Tony, if you ever decide to retire, you might as well move down here. You fish year round.
Believe me, I've
No, we
thought
don't have
about
as big as deer.
it.
Our deer are not as big as Ohio, but we still have some pretty decent ones.
Well, we had a little problem up here in our area with that I always say it wrong. EHD,
Yeah.
where the gnat, and we lost a lot of our deer right here local. A
Mm,
lot. But they'll come back. They'll come back even
yeah.
stronger.
Yep.
But yeah. Okay, well, I don't want to take up a lot of your time. I do appreciate you coming on, and man, I can't say enough about how that tournament's run and how enjoyable it is to come down and fish it. And definitely, if you have one that is sight fishing, uh, or chance of it, I'll probably be down there for that one too. Because,
Yeah.
like I said, I'd scoping's one thing, but I'd much rather look at him with an eyeball.
Right. Oh yeah. Yep. So, and if anybody else is watching or listening, if they want to come down, if you guys have any questions or anything like that, please reach out to me. Um, you can either go through the SOBA Facebook page, or you can reach out to me personally, message me on Messenger, or if you need my phone number or whatever, I don't care. Um, but we love to have as many people as possible. Um, show up for next year, and like I said, it's all about bringing awareness to the families and the spouse of our fallen heroes. And that guaranteed $2,000 first place uh, money is also a pretty good kicker. So we had really good payouts this year. um, we have more people that donate every year, tackle and food and things of that nature. So if there's any companies out there that want to reach out to me, um, as far as donations and stuff like that, tackle wise, um, or anything really. I really, we're not gonna deny anything. Um, so we have a bunch of raffles and giveaways and stuff like that, auction items. So anything to bring more awareness to what we're doing, and the more people we have and the bigger we get, the more we can do for those families.
Well, I can say for myself, I really appreciate it, and I keep saying it's a very enjoyable tournament, well run, and like you said, door prizes. I mean, everybody gets something. Everybody gets something.
Mm.
So, uh, yeah, very very awesome tournament that you guys put on, and like I said, I plan on fishing it until I can't travel anymore.
Then we'll come up and pick you up.
Okay, shoot a deer when you're up here and then go back down.
That's right. uh,
Okay, well, Nick, I appreciate it, and I'm gonna go ahead and put you backstage because I don't want to put you through the boring part of the trivia question. I got to look it up yet and figure out what I'm going to give away. I think I'll give a package of swim baits away. So, but I appreciate it, and we'll do this again.
all right. Yeah. Thank you, Tony, for having me on. And anytime, just let me know.
Okay, I appreciate it, Nick.
Yes, sir.
Have a good night.
All right. You too.
Okay, guys, that was Nick Kincaid down in North Carolina for he calls it the SOBA is what I say. I can't never say the sob, but the trivia question tonight for you guys. I'm giving away a package of 4-inch swim bait, pearlized. Wait a minute. Is these ones? Nope. These ones one I'm giving away. I'm giving the big ones away. The 6-inch swim bait, pearlized from Hook and Donkey. I'll pull one of these babies out. They even got a good slot in it for the hook to go. They got really good action. I've thrown these several times and caught a lot of fish on them. I caught some smallmouth out of the Detroit River on them. So, for the trivia question, let me see here if I can pull it up. I had a guy send me some the other day, and I was like, that definitely is a good one. I will uh, use it. But now I got to find it. I screenshot too many pictures is my problem. Let's just do this. This is easier. Who is the guy? Okay, here we go. Who is the guy What is the name of the guy that has caught the heaviest single day weight in the Bassmasters? The heaviest, most single day weight in Bassmasters. What's his name? He still holds the record to this day. Yes, Nick, I will do that for sure. The heaviest single day weight in the 5 bass limit. What's his last name, Rose? Rose, Nick beat you because he had his last name. You had his first name, but Nick come up with his last name first. So, Nick, you ended up getting it. Dean Rojas, 45-2. Yeah, Brian, you had his first name first, but then Nick come in with the whole name, and then you followed right in behind him. Okay, Nick says give them to Brian. So, Brian, I will ship these to you. Give me your send me your address. I probably got it somewhere, but send me your address and I will mail these down to you, or I can keep them and give them to you at the swap meet. Guys, that's another thing. Let's go through that real quick. The swap meet, January 17th. Man, am I getting the vendors. Next week, I will try to name off the vendors that I got coming. And I'm sure we got more going to get involved too. January 17th at Market on State. Don't forget January 9th. Let me look at that up again. I should have that memorized by now, as many times I've talked about it. But I want to make sure I do the right date. January 9th through the 11th, the Great Lakes Fishing Expo up at Girard, Ohio. Come up and see me and Mike at the fish hook and donkey booth. And then January 17th, we'll be in Athens at the Market on State for the Athens County Youth Swap Meet. And then you have the National Fishing Expo will be the January 30th through February 1st. And then we'll have our OBF open meeting February 7th. So it's going to be a busy January. I've got a lot of running in January to do, which I'm looking forward to it. Get through Christmas and all that. Also, I want to put something out here and show you guys real quick while I got you still on here. I just went Saturday night and picked it up. Does carpeting in boats. He does rigging of boats, electronics and stuff. He can get some really good deals on electronics. for boats. Plus, right here, he carries the Big Owl Speed Shine and the Big Owl's graph cleaner. So, and they're running a special, I think, until Christmas or right after Christmas. If you buy a bottle of, I don't know if it's one bottle or two bottles, but if you go on Strict Marine Plus Facebook, you get a free bottle of the Big Owl's graph cleaner. And I'm telling you guys, that stuff will shine the boat up. That speed shine will shine the boat. That's coming from a guy that's pretty rough on a boat. So you guys, if I'm bragging about it, it'll make her look good. Well, like I said, next week we're going to have Dustin Hoy on from Raccoon Creek Outfitters. He's going to talk about some kayak stuff that he's got going on. And then we'll be looking to have some more people throughout the winter now. Brian says, give it to kids. I'll keep it and take it to the expo or to the swap meet, Brian. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to start looking and having somebody on every week. It makes it where I ain't just here talking. And I appreciate everybody, and I will see you next week. We'll be regular time next week at 8:00. The Santas went to the North Pole, getting ready to deliver gifts to the kids for Christmas, and then he's done for the year. But his helpers hung the suit up now. So I will see you guys next week, 8:00, Monday night. Everybody have a good week, and you might even be able to get on the water this week. It's supposed to be in the mid-60s. So, and Merry Christmas to everybody, because next year will be next show will be close to the New Year's. So Merry Christmas, everybody be safe. See you next week.